Recent news for January 15th, 2080. The community has enthusiastically responded to our Channel 5 outreach. This has been prompted by events late last year in which we lost our eye in the sky and had our station occupied by an orc anarchist naming himself Anarchy. Though repairs to our station are expected to be completed by February 1st, 2080, we are in need of new members to join our team. If you feel you have what it takes to join the Channel 5 news team, apply today.
Ginny finds this interesting. She's ready to move on from her job in the city.
Is she gonna start working at Channel 5 News?
She does have a degree in communications. That's how she got her job in the city.
Oh.
And I believe she has expressed some interest in the Puppy of the Week segment. Are they hiring specifically for that role?
That is one of the openings that they have.
Interesting. She applies.
That was Yoshi's favorite segment.
And it still will be.
The terrorist Thanos Coolwind is still wanted by Knight Errant after footage aired of him participating in the November 5th execution of the Mayukin Inc. board member Dazan Nagensa Kawami. There have been no new sightings of Mr. Coolwind since before the new year, leaving authorities baffled. Though Knight Errant admits the possibility that Mr. Coolwind may have left Seattle, this has prompted the reward of 10,000 nuyen for any information that may lead to his capture. This is, of course, in addition to the original 100,000 nuyen bounty Knight Errant originally posted for him. Although the authorities are still seeking the eco-terrorist Inc. in regards to her role in the Christmas Eve attack on St. Anthony's Hospital, an increasing number of conflicting reports have led to them reconsidering the extent of her involvement. Lone Star officials have begun describing her as a person of interest in their investigation, rather than a suspect.
Ink's been spending most of her time on the reservation lately because it tends to be that, you don't have to try to blend in there. They know she's not an eco-terrorist, so she can kind of walk around freely.
She is an eco-terrorist.
They know that she knows they won't turn her in for being an eco-terrorist.
That's probably the better way of saying that.
But it has put quite a strain on her and Ginny's relationship. They haven't been able to see each other for about a month now.
Wow. Okay.
Or how long have I been in the news?
That was Christmas Eve. It's January 15th.
But we didn't get to be able to spend Christmas together. I know it's been very hard on her. Hence why she's seeking out wholesome solace from puppies.
A series of pharmaceutical robberies, which we had reported on a couple of months ago, have been continuing. Though we originally reported a single troll to have been responsible for the attacks, new information suggests a racially diverse band of individuals have been raiding supply trucks and pharmacies in the vicinity of the Redmond Barrens. This shortage of medical supplies in the city has resulted in the cost of such items to skyrocket. We ask, who is this Redmond Robin Hood? And does he have any regard for our community or economy?
Redmond Robin Hood. I love that.
Neonet has continued to experience rolling blackouts despite promises that these interruptions would end. In an attempt to slake the bloodlust, Neonet is now pointing their finger at an unnamed cyber-terrorist described as a Caucasian 15-year-old girl. They claim she alone is responsible and have put their money where their mouth is, offering a 40,000 nuyen bounty for her capture. Neonet has not made any comment regarding a mysterious Sphinx icon appearing on devices moments before they're bricked.
Who's gonna get that money?
Huh?
Gonna get that money.
Yeah.
Big ones.
More and more are either being arrested or admitted to local hospitals due to violent, inexplicable changes in behavior. For more on this, we go to senior correspondent Robert Gregory, reporting from St. Anthony's Hospital.
Robert Gregory here outside St. Anthony's Hospital, where several have been injured recently by bouts of random madness, or so it appears to be. The experts have no real understanding of what is going on.
Rob, we understand that the first fatal shooting between Lone Star and some of these individuals occurred this weekend. Could you describe the circumstances in which that happened?
Absolutely. So, reportedly, what has happened was a man was coming out of a...
Oh my god, what's your insurance agency?
Kingfisher?
Mm-hmm. Kingfisher Insurance. Were you just looking for somewhere random? Because that'd be kind of funny.
Sure. Out of Kingfisher Insurance, hauling with him what appeared to be a potted plant. Officials were confused and ordered the man to stop. Police were called when he started yelling at the owner of the establishment. He threw the plant.
I understand that drugs have been ruled out. What of suspected gang activity?
It is possible. The man in this particular instance was just a blue-collar,
Everyday Joe?
just your normal everyday Joe. He seemed to reportedly go from fairly happy and willing to work with the proprietor to just shouting out of nowhere until he ran off with a plant. We are unclear of what has caused this, but he seemed to stop mid-sentence before difficulties began. Lone Star ordered him to stop. He did not, and assaulted them with said plant, so they shot him. It was quite the topiary tussle. Good job.
Thank you.
Finally, it is suspected that Knight Errant and Lone Star will be creating a joint task force in the effort to resolve this problem. About how well do you expect that to go, Rob?
They don't have a very good history of working together, but I believe, in this instance, these two will work together for the betterment of our communities.
Alright, thank you, Rob.
You're welcome. Back to you, Jim.
Finally, the retaliation taken by Seattle Bank and Trust after a daring daylight robbery took place November 27th, 2079, has been lauded by the public. For more on this, we go to our junior correspondent, Laura Burke. Laura?
Thank you, Jerry. Yes, I'm out here in the community, and I found some people who have opinions. How do you feel about the retaliation that this bank has taken on Shadowrunners?
Well, I'd say I feel pretty good about it. Those Shadowrunners, they make me uncomfortable. Think they're above the law, think they don't have to adhere to anybody. And that's not right.
No, it's not.
We were all created equal. And I don't think it's fair that some of us get 2 weeks into county jail for possession, while others get to go and kill people at their whimsy for money. But hey, I don't make the big decisions.
And now we continue on to Mr. Rascal Jones. Hi, Mr. Rascal. What can you tell us about your feelings on this whole Shadowrun conspiracy?
The Shadowrun attack? This is a blatant attack by the rich and powerful on the honest, hard-working individuals of this country who had no other choice but to do this job that no one else wanted to do. They're just trying their hardest to survive, and the rich and powerful are stealing their money. They are just doing their jobs as best they can. Sometimes you gotta walk on the other side of the line if you want to find out what's really happening in this society.
Okay!
I am not done yet!
Visibly, Laura is just, like, getting paler and paler as she sees, like, her job just slowly being pulled away from her.
Right. She's you can see her eyes deaden as she realizes she'll never host Good Morning America after this.
While he's talking, he's still ranting in the background.
And I think we have time for one more. Can you please share some of your thoughts on the Shadowrun debacle that's been gripping Seattle?
What?
The Shadowrun issue that Seattle has been having? How do you feel about this?
Some damn aliens.
Aliens?
Yeah. Coming to take our beautiful country. They're flying saucers. They're little land goblins. They're coming for us.
Okay.
Gonna take you away.
Okay.
Protect you.
Oh, don't touch me, sir.
And that's our recent news. Alright, so let's start with, who are you and what do you look like?
I'm Yoshi. I am a 6'11" Brook of an Oni. Bright red skin, horns, the whole shebang. Yeah, he's got a top knot going on. And yeah, he's got like horns, he's got fangs, he's got yellow eyes.
Tusks.
Yeah, tusks.
Yeah.
It kind of goes both up and down. He's got the fangs and the tusks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He is just a terrifying silhouette. Like, you don't want to screw with this guy. Like, people move out of the way when he's walking down the street. And the last mission he was on was the Bloody Monday mission. He was, for some reason, conscripted to help a delusional orc get a sword and then rob a bank and then save a maiden from a TV station.
All of that is accurate.
It all happened.
He doesn't know how he gets himself into these messes, but now he finds himself being on national TV, and he's not too keen about that. So, I think it's been like 2 weeks, right?
No, that was November 27th.
Oh, November, so it's been like a month. 2 months?
It's been almost 2 months.
Okay, like a month and a half. Yeah. So, I think for the first, like, month or so, he kind of just lays really, really low. He doesn't really leave his apartment complex very much. He visits Mrs. Winklebaum a lot. He'll go out to walk Marvin.
Has he been continuing with his choga classes?
I think for, like, that first, like, month or so, he kind of, like, pulled back a little bit, and now he's starting up again. Like, maybe twice a week, he'll start teaching choga again. He's trying to get Mrs. Winklebaum to go, because she's got really bad arthritis, and he understands that, you know, at that age, she's not as active as she used to be, but yoga's very easy on the joints, and it'll help her stay active. She's not buying it, but he tries.
Gene, who are you, and what do you look like?
I am Desmond O'Connor, also known as Magpie. At least that's his runner name. Magpie, who I'll refer to him as from now on, is so he is actually a mage in the employ of the Medici mafia family.
Okay.
While not like a crazy high up there or a don or anything, he's very well protected by them. They make sure he doesn't get messed with too much. Really, the only thing he has to worry about is his parole officer.
What has he done to earn this loyalty? Like, I understand that this kind of loyalty is not uncommon in the mafia, but has he done anything specific to earn this?
He actually went to prison for the son of the don.
Okay.
That's why. He went out through the sentence. It wasn't much. He had a good lawyer for it, so he got off pretty easily and he cut a deal. But so he got out, I'm going to say, after like 5 years.
What does he look like?
He's about 5'9". He's slim and at first glance looks fit until you realize there's not really anything there. He's just kind of skinny, and it makes him look fitter than he should be. Like, there's no real muscle mass to speak of. He doesn't go to the gym because he doesn't have to, because he can burn people alive with the touch of his fingers. It's kind of his thing. He is constantly flanked by his companion, who takes many forms. Either that of a small black cat, a likewise well-suited sort of mafia-looking goon that looks like they could be brothers at first glance, who is constantly silent and wearing shades. And the other form, even at night, he wears those sunglasses at night. The final form, which he does not take very often, is that of a humanoid-shaped flame. His name is Mal, and he is his spirit ally, a constant companion that was more or less created by Magpie, though he'll never admit to that being a thing. He treats them as friends instead of as a creation.
Do you remember Magpie's last mission?
Yes, it was, I believe, a walk in the park was the mission name, where he was assisting Ink in finding out what exactly was going on her reservation, because some strange happenings were going on in the forest.
And do you remember what was actually going on?
Oh yeah, there was a crazy cult that was summoning ant spirits.
How did that go?
We killed basically everyone, including a emerging queen ant, which is good because that probably would have destroyed the reservation. He said, I'm never going back.
Alright, and then what has he been up to since then?
He's been laying low. He doesn't run missions that often. They're usually at the behest of the Medici family.
Okay.
Like, we're getting paid by so-and-so, can you go do this? We know you do magic. Or, hey, stick with my boy, protect him from this, etc. He usually hangs out at a club that I believe we've been to called the Ace of Clubs. Like a speakeasy-style club that plays a lot of jazz music, and it's a fairly chill environment, but it's completely run by the Medici family.
Vic, who are you?
Duma. The Russian blacksmith, new to Seattle. Well, not particularly new, a few months, but was last out on what was the name of that one? Crystal
Clear.
Crystal Clear. Crystal Clear, where he and his compatriots helped reunite a former Shadowrunning team, what was remaining of them. Since then, I mean, I don't know how long it's been.
Not that long. It's been a weekend.
Oh, cool. So he probably spent the weekend working. Because that mission took 3 days, I think it was. 2 days. So yeah, he had to get caught up on his blacksmithing. And replace the knives that he lost or gave away on that mission.
Alright, so he's been spending some time at his forge since the last mission.
Yep. So he is a smaller Russian man, incredibly fit, but very not tall and very lightweight.
Almost like a little Russian acrobat.
Yeah, he fits perfectly because he's a little Russian acrobat.
Oh.
He's an incredibly agile, cybered out individual with black and chrome limbs, with the workings fairly exposed. Who wears, when he's dressed up, wears a nice button-up shirt with that last button right before it's super uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And with his patchy chest hair, because that's where he tests his knives. When he's wearing his armor, he's wearing what looks like Fallout Raider armor, except for it's wrapped in a skeleton. The ribs are a troll. He's got troll horns bolted to his helmet, and human-ish length bones, probably orc bones, for his outside on his arms and legs that have just been bolted onto his armor.
Gross.
That's the point.
Yoshi's gonna be very unhappy about that.
Yeah.
Alright, Kelsey, who are you?
I'm Dash. Dash is a little petite, pale blonde girl. Got a lot of grayscale tattoo work all over her body, mostly. Different cars. She is a rigger, and a very good one at that. There's nothing more she loves in this world than the sound of a purring engine. Wears a lot of black, kind of a punk kind of style. Blacks, blues, purples, things like that. Definitely likes to stand out, but not so much with her clothing, more with the cars. She sees herself as an accessory to them instead of the other way around. That's about it. The last time you'd have seen her was on the bank heist.
With Yoshi.
Alright, so then what has she been doing since November?
Well, a lot like Yoshi, she was laying low for the first month or so, which is harder for her since you can't really lay low and there's no treadmill for cars. So it was kind of an antsy month, but she's got a little bit of a support system with the different garages she's got and stuff like that, so she's able to get out and keep working a little bit.
Her and Yoshi also had a pretty good connection on the Bloody Monday mission, and I might have read into that a little bit, but when they had first met up, he had asked how she was doing, and he had phrased it, he had given you a pet name.
Little Snowflake.
Yeah. I had forgotten that, but that is sweet, yeah. They've run together a few times that I think at this point, they're just friendly. I don't know if they have that much in common by any means, but
It's hard to find things in common with a giant red orc.
And also a tiny white woman.
Do you like to do yoga?
I have never tried, but I've been told many times I'm very flexible.
Yoshi would not say anything about that, but he would extend an invitation to one of his yoga classes.
I would come.
That's sweet. So, you all are gonna get a call from Ellie. It's gonna be a conference call. You guys can meet up after the conference call at a location of your choosing, but just to get you all on board, you're all gonna receive a call on January 15th, which, as it so happens, is Martin Luther King Day. Alright, so you all receive an early afternoon conference call from Ellie. Hello.
Hello.
Da.
Hello, Yoshi. Hello, Duma.
You got Desmond?
Hello, Magpie.
Yeah.
It is Ellie.
Oh, yeah, you sound about right.
Okay.
Well, isn't this an island of misfit toys?
How did you
Hello,
get this
Dash.
number?
I have contacts.
Damns.
I have a mission for you. I need you to collect a Miss Schultz, or Remy Schultz.
Alright, what's the pay?
We're offering 4,000 new yen.
This is just a
Per?
No. Hold on. You hear a little bit of a conversation in the background, and for those of you familiar with the sound of Tim's voice, there seems to be an interlude. But you hear Ellie come back on the line, and he sounds a little bit different. She's Caucasian. She has freckles. There's a facility in development off the coast of Seattle. Construction is ongoing, and it hasn't breached the surface yet. Ms. Schultz has been supervising the construction, but by doing so, she's avoiding some people, such as your Mr. Johnson in this case, who have been trying to get in contact with her. We would like you to collect her for this, and for this errand, yeah, we're offering 4,000 new yen.
Hey, wait, whoa, hold on a minute. Are you saying I gotta go, like, underwater?
Yeah, that's kind of part of it.
Listen here, you.
You don't need to be busting me about this, all right? Look, this is just
Just because you're good at pool doesn't mean you get to talk
I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it means.
It doesn't. And hey, now for underwater work and a kidnapping, I'm gonna need more than that. Can I roll negotiation?
Right after Yoshi has his interjection.
The last time you sent us on a mission to collect somebody, it turned into wet works. I am not comfortable with that sort of thing.
Yeah, well, this isn't gonna be wet works. This is, I mean, yeah, I don't exactly know what Mr. Johnson intends for Remy. The fact of the matter is, there needs to be a discussion had, so we're gonna need her breathing. I also happen to know Ellie kind of has his own talk that he wants to have with her. Whether or not that's gonna happen, seeing as how he seems to forget that we're about a torso and an arm at this point, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Breathing cost extra.
Wait, are you Tim's? Yeah, who are you? Because this is Nellie, right?
Ellie's kind of taking a little break for the moment. This is John.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Now
Are
you're
we
getting
on a
confusing.
video call?
No.
You would get a message a moment or two later. That's just like, is this the first time he's ever referenced himself?
A thumbs up emoji.
A follow-up text. Is he re-compartmentalizing?
Shrug emoji.
I forget you can't text.
So go ahead and roll your negotiate to see if maybe you can...
Get a little bit more.
Yeah.
Nah, fam, just like 2.
Alright, did anyone else want to negotiate with John to try to increase the pay a bit?
I'll do a try.
Okay.
That's a 1.
By our powers combined.
Let me try a negotiate.
Yeah, I'm offering 4,000 new yen.
You know what? Fine. I'll just win it off you later. Come down to the club when you're ready.
Fine. In terms of when we want this done, I mean, technically it's your convenience. We don't really have a timetable on this.
We probably overdid it for another 4.
Roll charisma.
Well done.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. I'll see about doubling it. Instead of 4,000, talking 8,000 new yen. That's a 100% increase on what I was going to pay you.
That is math.
Yeah, it is
Duh.
smart.
A question.
Yeah, well, hold on. Is this amenable to you? Does this work? You think maybe we can meet that 4-day goal?
Yeah.
All right. This isn't contingent on 4 days. This is contingent on it being done right. But I do have high hopes for 4 days.
I gotcha.
All right.
You said that this is underwater?
Yep.
I do not breathe underwater.
No, you don't.
Yeah, what? We supposed to, like, steal a boat?
Now look,
Like
I
underwater boat?
Boats.
I
love
understand
boats.
that you're not going to be
I
able
don't
to
get to
get to
drive boats
this.
enough. I bet I get to drive a boat today.
I mean, you might, because I get that you can't get to this decontamination plant from the surface.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, it I don't know too much about it. I just know that they're erecting a decontamination facility because of something happened. Ellie has more information on it than I do. I can't access it.
Oh, yeah, I think I saw a commercial or something like that. There was, like, ducks and soap.
I mean, if it were me, I would look into renting a submarine. I know a guy. Well,
I know a guy.
I knew a guy. If you're
I know a
interested.
I like sandwiches.
You got a sub guy?
Baby, I got an everything guy.
I mean, I'll
Alright,
forward on my information for my contact.
Send him to me. See if he's got a better price. I'm always willing to switch vendors if you can get a better deal.
All right. Do you have any questions?
Alive, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I can do that.
And how long did you expect this to take?
Well, I mean, seeing as I'm paying you 8,000 nuyen now, I was kind of looking for that 4-day window.
I can arrange a 4-day pet sitter. That should be okay.
Okay.
What?
I can't leave my pets alone.
Like what, you got like a cat?
Several.
As long as we don't have to get in the water. I don't do too well in water. We don't mix that well.
No, I don't. I don't know. Y'all got anything else? All right.
What is security?
Don't know. I know that the facility is still in construction, so chances are a lot of their security won't be finished at this point, which isn't to say that they won't have any, but it won't be as extreme as it will be once it's done. In terms of actual security personnel there, I don't know.
Wherever she is now, is she there of her own choosing, or do we have to break her out?
She's there supervising the construction,
Gotcha.
and like I said, she's kind of dodging a couple people that she has some unfinished business with by staying down there.
I know that feel.
Yep. So that's why we kind of need her brought to these people.
Sure.
So in terms of them coming willingly, probably not so much.
I understand, and I hope that you're doing well, my friend.
Yeah. Have any of you heard from Thanos recently?
Thanos?
Who?
Who?
No, he gave Ellie. Well, he gave me these tapes, and I remember. I remember what happened to my family. I'm remembering things now. Ellie doesn't trust me, and he doesn't know what I am or who I am, and I think he's not done. And no, I was just wondering if. No, it's fine. It's fine. All right. So if that's it, I'm just gonna hang up now.
Alright, bye.
Got a dash.
Really? Quick.
That's it for Ellie/John.
Okay.
So you know your target, you know their location. Any additional information regarding this facility, the location, he would send to you. In addition to his contact. His contact being Sid Submersibles and Scuba Accessories.
That's where I got. That's my sub guy.
All right.
Sid, the sub guy.
Super.
That was the guy we got the sub from last time, right?
It is now.
Absolutely
Sure,
no idea.
it is.
but-
I thought we
Same
got the
guy.
sub from your brother.
First of all, my brother's not an and secondly, you're absolutely right. We did.
So he gives us the contact info for Sid the sub guy.
Yeah.
Alright, did we want to sit down and make a game plan and
I'll just meet the sub guy.
We don't all need to go to the sub guy, but we can.
So you went to Sid Submersibles and Scuba Accessories, which is at an industrial shipyard. There are some seagulls cawing not too far away. If any of you have any snackums on you, any sandwiches or bread or chips that you happen to be munching on your way over, the seagulls will definitely be paying you some attention.
so
Don't give her seagulls.
there's like 17 seagulls around Yoshi then.
Yes.
Because he just has pockets full of like kitty treats or doggy treats or various animal treats.
Loose bird seed.
Yes.
They are all about it.
And he's just like, he'll take it out and he'll scatter some and he'll have his arm out. Can I roll handle animals to pet the seagulls?